Hi, I'm Dave. This is the Cyderbaby pod for Rock Radio UK. And today I'm speaking to Noel from Cobra Spell. Hello.
Hello, Dave. Thank you so much for having me.
That's quite all right. Thank you for joining me. I have to say, your new album, which comes out on the 1st of December, is up for one of my favorite albums of the year.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Flattered.
That's all right. Yeah, but I thought I'd open with that. It's just one of those things. I just get it out there, get it done with. Um, just tell me how all this has come because I've missed the Cobra Spell party up until this present moment. So tell me how it all started for you guys.
This band started out with Sonia. Sonia is the founder of this band in 2019. I
Hmm.
joined the band last year,
Yeah,
and I think it was around May or June. I auditioned to the band and I joined in as the guitar player. And since then, we've been playing lots of shows, and I participated in this new album that's coming up in December. So, very much excited about what people are going to think of it because it's the first full length album of Cobra Spell. So far, we had EPs out,
hmm,
and now there's a full body of material. I'm very excited to see how people are going to react.
yeah. I mean, for a debut album as such, it's stunning. I've got to say, you've just seemed to have captured the sound perfectly, and the writing is just off the scale, really. I mean, Cobra Spell, you've the album's called 666, yeah.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, uh, there has got to be a theme behind that. Obviously, it's running through the titles of the songs as well. But it's not only about mm, the number of the beast or anything like that, is it? Just tell
Mhm.
me, more about each and every song.
So this whole album have this kind of rebellious pinch to it, right? So
Yeah,
I think it's great that we used such imagery of Satanism and 666 and the devil and fire and hell and all of this because this whole thing, this whole album concept is really about freedom of expression, about us being true to ourselves and empowered to express ourselves in creative ways, and also sexual empowerment, which is something that we value a lot. It's really hard for women to present ourselves still.
yeah,
Um, in this kind of more like sexual or sensual and inspiring way, and like it's still there's a lot of prejudice about this, and
yeah,
with the band we feel like we can express ourselves freely in this way as well, and kind of going against what is expected of women, unfortunately, even in rock, what is expected us to do or to behave or how to behave. So the lyrics a lot about this, about feminine empowerment, freedom of expression, sexual empowerment. We also have support for the LGBTQ plus
yeah,
community, and also a bit of rebellion against kind of organized religion, doctrines that are kind of opposed to a free life, or somewhat like a freely way of expressing ourselves, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I feel like it ties a lot together. The imagery, the lyrics, the sound is a really powerful album, and it meant a lot. Like there's lots of meaning behind everything.
Yeah. Well, taking from some of the points that you made, you've
Mm-hmm.
actually stepped back a sound. I'm trying to describe this properly without offending you. Taking a sound from like the 80s and brought it very modern day.
Mm-hmm.
But you've capulated that sound, and which is absolutely brilliant. But how do you think you would have been perceived back in that sort of era if you would have
Oh,
produced that album?
that's a good question. I think we would fit really well with the glam rock genre, the hair metal genre. I think I like to see us as the modern day vixens, you know,
Right.
because we are doing, of course, a sound that is very retro, is very nostalgic, but at the same time, I think there's a bit of a modern touch to it, and this is what is exciting about this. I hope to that people who are like who were fans already of the genre back in the day can still find us as exciting as they found big bands during that era, and see us like as some sort of comeback of, or like, okay, they're still um, taking the torch in the future and holding this the sound and not letting it go. I think this is a great thing that we're doing with Cobra Spell, because we're not letting this genre die, which is very exciting.
That is brilliant. I'm a
Yes.
man of a certain age where I can remember this the first time around. So it's brilliant when bands can actually really capture that sound, really capture the essence as well of what was going on, in the late 80s. I can't say the 90s because it all died by then. But uh, to bring a cracking new album, you know, I've, I can't say you sound like anybody else, but I
Okay,
can't,
thank you.
which is good, really. I mean, even like the bands such as Vixen and to a certain degree, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, things like that. They weren't quite as forthright as you are in the writing.
Oh,
Um,
okay, thank you.
uh, yeah, I mean, they weren't quite as expressive, whether it was restraint of the time.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe now that time has elapsed, people have hopefully evolved a little bit, and you can now say exactly what you're saying in your songs. I mean, if you were to pick, let's say, two or three songs that really stand out for you
On the album,
off
okay.
the album, which two or three songs would you check?
Um, so I have a very special connection to Love Crime, because this one I wrote together with Sonia, both the music and the lyrics. And this is the most kind of heavy metal song of this album. Is fast. There are lots of like downstroke riffing going around. Reminds me a lot of maybe Judas Priest or
Hmm.
Iron Maiden, and I really like how the song sounds. It's exciting to play. It's fun to headbang. I think on stage it's gonna sound amazing. There are
Yeah,
solos in it. There are leads. It's a really great song. So that for me, it's one of my favorites. Um, I really like Satan is a Woman. It's a bit more of like moderate tempo song, but the lyrics were so much fun to make. I wrote it with Sonia as well, and it was very very exciting. We have a part on the song where we got the Holy Father prayer, and we inverted it like to praise the devil, and
okay.
the devil is a woman. So it was really excited to write that one. And another fun one is Bad Girl Crow. I really like it. They're
Yeah,
very much it's cheeky, it's
yeah.
sassy, and it also has lots of backing vocals, which is it was super fun. I was also part of the backing vocals crew who recorded the backing vocals in the studio. So
Radio.
for this album, I had the pleasure to record many backing vocals as well. So we went to Spain and we spent days on the studio, and it were really days just for backing vocals, because as you can see in the album, like there are many backing vocals. There's like massive walls of sounds of
Mhm.
choirs singing, like lots of voices. We had a little bit of a gang there singing together and shouting, and yeah, I participated in many backing vocals, and sing it all together afterwards. How all the layers together bring the songs to life like this
Mm.
is super exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to say, I mean, the melodies and the riffs and whatever, it's just superb. Everything about it's been well thought out and put together.
Thank you.
It's just really good. I'm sorry, I'm gushing now, so I must stop.
No,
Um,
continue.
but okay. For me, um, I'm well, I struggle to choose a favorite from any album
Mm,
because it's like choosing your favorite child, isn't it? Which one do you throw away? Um, I don't know. Love
it's
equals
hard, yes.
love. Warrior from Hell. those two?
Nice picks. Yes, really, really good one. Love because well, love. I also wrote together with Sonia the lyrics,
Okay.
and we have such an amazing saxophone solo on it.
Yes.
I think it's something very, very 80s and quite a bit unexpected. I feel like in this album, it was actually an idea that Sonia had on the studio, and she was like, "Okay, we need to have a saxophone solo here." So she and Alejandro Gabaza, the producer as well for this album, they hired this saxophone player to come on over and do the full solo on spot, like in an improvisation
Right.
way. And it sounded so amazing. I feel like it really completes, like really matches the vibe of the song.
Yeah. I totally agree. I've got a friend of mine called Brett Barnes, who's a bassist in another band, and he's a saxophone player as well. And we were discussing the merits of saxophone in rock music, and we can't think of a negative at all.
Okay.
It's brilliant. But what
Yes.
you've done is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it sounds lot like 80s, and it's like in a romantic kind of all loving song. So I feel it's a great match.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's next for Cobra Spell? I mean, the album comes out on the 1st of December. You've got to be concentrating on that for now. So where are you
Hmm.
going now? What happens next for you guys?
So right now we are focusing on the production of the upcoming shows because we're
Hmm.
gonna have a totally different show with totally different songs, totally different stage. The whole production of what is going to happen like on stage. We're planning the shows to be bigger, better, more exciting, more entertaining, and we are planning the stage itself to have different things, different props. So we're talking a lot about how the show is gonna be because
Okay.
now we have the album, the shows are coming next, and we want to have a whole different show, a whole different concert to present to everybody. So we also meeting up in January to spend a week together, just practicing, rehearsing, and creating this vision that we have for the upcoming shows.
Yeah.
And of course, we are slowly starting as well to compose for upcoming album after this one. So the
Okay.
future, in the future, it's of course gonna take a while, but we are already discussing ideas. We have already a concept of what we would like the album to be like, to sound like, and to look like. So
Mm,
lots of exciting things already in our heads and in our plans.
brilliant. Brilliant. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully, I will get to see one of your shows when you come over to the UK.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
lovely.
Don't leave it too long, please, because
Yes,
I'm
we can't
quite
wait.
excited about this album. I just got to keep the interest bubbling away there. So, have, before we go, have you got any singles out that people can listen to now, just before the album is released?
Yes, absolutely. We released the first single for this album. It's
Hmm.
called SEX,
Yeah.
and it's already out there. It's very exciting, very sexy, and people really like it when we play live. We play live a couple of times now, and people really got really excited about this one.
Yeah.
And the other one is, wait a second. There's another one out, The Devil Inside of Me. Yes.
Yeah.
This is already out as well. We have a video too. Everybody can go check it out. And there's another single coming too.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that will be closer to the album release. So we're gonna
Oh,
have to
you
wait a
can
little.
tell me I won't say a word to anybody.
No. Is it being recorded though?
Oh, I tried. I tried. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, I won't take
Yeah,
up
but
any
the
more.
devil inside of me and SEX are there already.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. I know you're very busy with these press gatherings. So, no, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me. And I
Thank
wish
you,
you
Dave.
all the very best with the album. And I will come to one of your gigs and I'll be waving at the back.
No, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. It was a great interview.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Have a good one.
And you.
Bye.